Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel with the poem A Legend of the Northland. So before going to start the question answer, first of all, we have to know about what is exactly a legend of the Northland. That is a Northland folk tale that has been passed down several generations, and it is a narrative of Sant Peter and the old woman who was punished for her selfishness. The story teaches us not to indulge in greed and to value traits such as compassion and empathy. So, if we are talking about the poet, who was the poet? Phoebe Cary is an American poet. She is a sister of Alice Cary, who is also a poet. They have published several poetries both together and individually as well. Actually, guys, the poem tells the story of an old lady who angered Sant Peter due to her greed. The setting is the Northland where the old lady resides. She was selfish and greedy. Sant Peter used to wander across the world giving religious speeches to people. The Sant arrived at the lady's house one day. अब वो hungry था, भूखा था तो वो पहुंच गया. And that time she was making cakes. So since the Sant had fasted for the whole day, so he was starving and feeling very weak. So he requested that the woman give him a single slice of cake. But the woman was highly selfish. She got the impression that the cakes she had cooked were rather big. She started baking a new cake since she didn't want to give away the big ones she had already baked. However, she soon realized that the new cake was bigger, so she rolled out a little piece of dough and flattened it out. So she made it to the size of a wafer. But still, she was unable to share even that little with the Sant. The Sant became very angry as he observed the woman's behavior. He declared her unfit for human life and cursed her to become a bird. The woman was converted into a wet woodpecker as a result of curse, and she was now digging dry wood for shelter and searching the area for items to eat as birds do. So I think you will understand this. Now we do have some question answers. First of all, we do have the question: which country or countries do you think the Northland refers to? Northland कौन सी country और कौन सी countries belong करती है Northland से? The Northland may refer to any of the countries among Greenland, Norway, Russia, Canada, etc. So these are the countries that directly refers to the Northland, and these are Greenland, Norway, Russia, and Canada. Okay. Now, question number 2. What did Sant Peter ask the lady for? Sant Peter ने क्या मांगा था old lady से, and what was the lady's reaction? As we have already discussed, like Northland, where the days are short and the nights are long in winter, and the people of Northland were unable to sleep at night due to the intense cold. So when it snows in Northland, na, The locals tie their beautiful reindeer to sledges and travel by them. Okay, so now in second question, the poet wants to ask that actually what is the demand of Sant Peter? वो चाहते क्या थे? And what was the lady's reaction or lady का reaction क्या था? Actually, the Sant Peter asked the old lady for a piece of cake because when he went there, a little woman, a old woman, was preparing cakes in the cottage fireplace. So Sant Peter had been fasting for the entire day and was extremely hungry and exhausted. It was almost the end of the day. So Sant Peter requested a cake from a woman's store of cakes, but the reaction was not good. She was very selfish. वो बहुत selfish थी and kept reducing the size of the cake as to her it seemed too big to give away. The lady starts preparing a cake for Sant Peter in the poem, but before she could offer it to him, she thinks it is too big to give away. So the woman makes another small cake, but when she turns it over, it appears to be the same size as the original. So again and again she did the same, kept reducing the size of the cake because it seemed too big to give away. Okay. In question number 3, how did he punish her? अब उसने उसको punish कैसे किया? अब according to that, if we just got to know about the second question, about the response, about the reaction of the old lady, we come to know at that point that son Peter become very angry. So how did he punish her? अब उन्होंने क्या किया? He cursed her. उन्होंने श्राप दिया because Sant Peter is described as angry by the woman's selfish behavior in the poems stanza. If we just got to know about the stanza of the poem, so we got to know that Sant Peter is described as angry by the woman's selfish behavior. He was exhausted and starving, and it is difficult for a compassionate and a kind Sant like Sant Peter to become angry, but the woman's actions compelled him to be. Thus, Sant Peter advised her that she was extremely selfish and she was undeserving of being a human who could enjoy a happy and fulfilling life with good food and a home with fireplace to keep her warm. So he cursed her and changed her into a woodpecker as a punishment for being so selfish. I hope you will understand this. Nextly, in question number 4, how does the woodpecker get her food? अब woodpecker अपना खाना कैसे बनाते हैं? The woodpecker needs to bore all day in the hard. पूरा दिन मेहनत करनी होती है. Dry wood to get itself some food. उसमें छेद करने होते हैं, ठीक है, एंड ड्राई वुड सूखी लकड़ी में अपना खाना बनाने के लिए. So the lady would now have to make her own nest and get her food like a bird. So she had to dig holes in the hard, dry wood to find her. Okay, so as a result, the woman went out of her home through the chimney without saying anything, and she had been transformed into a woodpecker. In question number 5, we do have, do you think that the old lady would have been so ungenerous if she had known who Sant Peter really was? And what would she have done then? आपको क्या लगता है कि जो ओल्ड लेडी थी वुड हैव बीन सो अनजेनरस, कि वो इतनी अनजेनरस हो सकती थी इफ शी हैड नोन, अगर वो जानती रियलिटी में कि संत पीटर कौन थे, एंड व्हाट वुड शी हैव डन देन, और अगर उसे पता होता तो वो क्या करती? आई डोंट थिंक द ओल्ड लेडी वुड हैव बीन सो अनजेनरस इफ शी हैड नोन हु संत पीटर रियली वाज। हमें नहीं लगता कि वो इतनी अनजेनरस होती अगर उसे पहले से ही पता होता कि संत पीटर कौन है। शी वुड हैव गिवन हिम एज लार्ज अ पीस ऑफ केक, वो उसे पूरा बड़ा ही पीस देती केक का, so that she could please him in order to get rewarded, ताकि वो उससे बाद में प्रे कर सकती कि वो उसे कुछ इनाम दे। सो आई थिंक उसे नहीं पता था, और अगर उसे पता होता तो जरूर वो कुछ ना कुछ जो है वो अच्छा ही करती। नेक्स्टली, अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, इज दिस अ ट्रू स्टोरी? क्या ये असली जो कहानी है, ये सही कहानी एग्जैक्ट है? ट्रू स्टोरी है। एंड विच पार्ट ऑफ द पोम डू यू फील इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट? और आपको क्या लगता है कि इसमें से कौन सा पार्ट जो है वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट था? नो, दिस इज नॉट अ ट्रू स्टोरी, इट इज अ लेजेंड। लेजेंड मीन्स मतलब लोक कथा, मतलब पुरानी एक कथा कहावत है, ट्रू स्टोरी नहीं है। द पार्ट ऑफ द पोम दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, जो पार्ट इस पोएम का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है मेरे अकॉर्डिंग, इज दैट एंड ही सैड यू आर फार टू सेल्फिश to dwell in a human form, जहाँ पर संत पीटर उसको रियलाइज करा रहा है कि उसको इतनी फैसिलिटीज अगर एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग मिली हुई है तो वो इस योनि में रहने के लायक नहीं है। सो दीज आर द लाइन्स, एंड ही सैड यू आर फार टू सेल्फिश to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm, कि तुम इस मनुष्य योनि में रहने के काबिल नहीं हो, तुम्हारे पास खाना रहना सब कुछ है, एंड फायर टू कीप यू वार्म, खुद को गर्म रखने के लिए भी आपके पास हर तरह की सुख सुविधाएं हैं, बट स्टिल इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू show the humanity, so dwelling in the human form is waste. So this shows that we must do good things for humanity as we are capable of doing so in our human form. इससे पता चलता है कि एटलीस्ट हमें वो चीजें इंसानियत के नाते करनी चाहिए जो एक इंसान होते हुए हम करने में समर्थ हैं। वी शुड हैव ग्रैटिट्यूड फॉर हैविंग फूड, हमें इस बात को लेकर कृतज्ञता जाहिर करनी चाहिए कि हमारे पास खाने के लिए खाना है, रहने के लिए आश्रय है, शेल्टर है, और अपने आप को गर्म रखने के लिए, खाना बनाने के लिए वी डू हैव फायर। सो वी शुड बी जेनरस टू पीपल। तो अगर हमें ये हमारे पास ये चीजें हैं तो हमें लोगों के लिए जेनरस होना होगा। वी शुड बी ओके, अंडरस्टैंड? नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज अ लेजेंड एंड व्हाई इज दिस पोएम कॉल्ड अ लेजेंड? लेजेंड क्या होता है और इस पोएम को लेजेंड क्यों बोला गया? A legend is a folklore that is believed to be true by tellers and listeners, but it has not been proven to have happened. Legend एक लोक कथा है that is believed to be true, जो सच मानी जाती है। जो बताते हैं वो लोग कहते हैं कि ये असली की कहानी थी, और जो सुनने वाले हैं वो भी कहते हैं। लेकिन ये बात प्रमाणित नहीं है, ये चीज प्रमाणित नहीं है कि ऐसा है। सो इट यूजुअली imparts some morals or a message. इट यूजुअली, ज्यादातर इसमें क्या होता है, एक मैसेज और एक मॉरल्स होते हैं। लेजेंडरी लेजेंडरी जो स्टोरीज होती है ना, basically that imparts with a very moral value and a message. So legend is also a type of that story which shows moral value or a deep message. And why is this poem a legend? The poem is called a legend because it also imparts the message of generosity. और इस पोएम को लेजेंडरी इसलिए बोला गया है क्योंकि यहाँ पर भी हमें एक मोरल वैल्यू और एक मैसेज जो है वो मिला। वो मैसेज क्या है कि ग्रीड इज कर्स, लालच बुरी बला है, एंड वी हैव टू शो जेनरसिटी at least for the human beings. Next question, question number 8. Write the story of a legend of the Northland in about 10 sentences. 10 lines में legend of the story लिखनी है. So, A Legend of the Northland is the title of the poem. So, once Sant Peter was feeling very hungry. एक दिन उनको सच में बहुत जोर से भूख लगी थी. And he asked for alms from an old lady. और उन्होंने उस बूढ़ी लेडी को एक पुण्य का काम करने को कहा. He asked if she could give him a piece of cake to eat. कि क्या वो उसे खाने के लिए केक का एक पीस दे देगी. The old lady was very selfish. Seriously, literally, she was very selfish. She kept reducing the size of the cake. उसके अंदर इतना greediness थी कि वो बार बार यही सोच के उस केक का साइज कम करती जा रही थी कि ये ज्यादा बड़ा है. And she felt that the size of the cake was too big to be given. कि किसी को देने के लिए तो इसका साइज बहुत बड़ा है. So at last she did not give him any cake. उसने 2-3 बनाए भी, बट हर किसी के साथ उसको यही फील हो रहा था कि ये तो बड़ा है, ये तो बड़ा है. तो एट लास्ट भी उसने कोई भी पीस उसको नहीं दिया. Nextly, we do have Sant Peter grew angry and caused her to become a woodpecker. अब जब उसने उसको कोई भी पीस नहीं दिया, so he grew angry, वो बहुत ही गुस्सा हो गए, and cursed her to become a woodpecker. और उन्होंने उसको श्राप दे दिया कि वो एक कठफोड़वा नामक पक्षी बन जाएगी. He said that from now on कि अब से ही she will have to both dry hard wood in order to get food. कि अब उसको अपना खाना बनाने के लिए लकड़ियों, सूखी और मजबूत लकड़ियों में अब छेद करने होंगे, मेहनत करनी होगी उसको. All her clothes got burned in the chimney. उसके सारे कपड़े चिमनी में जल गए. And till this day, woodpeckers bore all day long for food and water. उस दिन से being a woodpecker, वो पूरा दिन खाने के लिए और पानी के लिए अपना मेहनत करती थी, होल्स करती थी. Nextly, we do have, let's look at the words at the end of the second and fourth lines. Snows, clothes, true, you, below, no. We find that snows rhymes with clothes, true, you, below, no. Find more some rhyming words. So here are some more rhyming words in the poem. Earth, hearth, done, one, lay, away, flat, that, myself, self, faint, sunt, spent, home, foam, warm, food, wood, word, bird, same, flame. So these are some extra rhyming words that are already in the poem in different sentences. Now question number 2. Go to your local locality library or talk to the older person in your locality. बूढ़े लोगों से बात करो and find legend in your own language and tell the class. कुछ ऐसी लोक कथाओं के बारे में पता करना है और अपनी क्लास के बच्चों को बताना है. So this is a value based question that you need to do it by yourself. So I think you will understand it very much clearly that what exactly is given in this form and what are all the questions say. Okay, so nextly, before getting over, we do have some question. We can say that we have some MCQ of the poem A Legend of the Northland. Now I'll ask some questions to you. Okay, so here we do have the first question. What happened to the old woman's clothes? And our options are they were burned black, they were lost, they were taken away, they were torn by. So, yes, your answer is they were burned black as she went through the chimney. What curse did Saint Peter pronounce on selfish women? क्या श्राप दिया उन्होंने? That she shall build her shelter, she shall bore hard and dry wood, she shall keep boring, or all of the above. Yes, all the above. उसने कहा कि उसको रहने की जगह भी खुद से बनानी है, खाने का भी खुद से बनाना है, और अकेले से वो कह रहे थे कि वी कैन से दैट कि उसको खुद से वो हॉल्स भी करने हैं, खाना भी बनाना और शेल्टर भी. तो ऑल ऑफ दीज. व्हाट मेड सन पीटर एंग्री? सन पीटर एंग्री किस चीज की वजह से थे? वुमेन्स ग्रीड, वुमेन्स सेल्फिशनेस, वुमेन्स प्राइड एंड वुमेन्स काइंडनेस. Okay. Then nextly we do have सन पीटर गुस्सा किस चीज से हुए थे? वुमेन्स ग्रीड, वुमेन्स प्राइड, वुमेन्स काइंडनेस और वुमेन्स सेल्फिशनेस. Okay, so the women's selfishness. Nextly, the little woman baked a cake for Saint Peter. Then why did she not give it to him? Okay, so अब लिटिल वुमेन जो थी, ओल्ड वुमेन जो थी, वो केक बेक कर रही थी. देन व्हाई डिड शी नॉट गिव? अब वो बेक तो कर रही थी केक्स को, लेकिन फिर भी उसने संत पीटर को नहीं दिया. रीजन? फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज शी थॉट इट वाज टू बिग टू गिव अवे. She thought it was too small for the holy man. She thought the holy man won't like it. And D is she thought in the cake was not easy. Okay, so what should be the correct answer? Yes, she thought it was too big to give away. क्योंकि उसको लग रहा था कि ये बहुत ही बड़ा है. Now I'll give you one question that you need to find out the answer. What did Saint Peter ask for from the little woman? उससे वो क्या चाहते थे? सिंगल केक, loaf of bread, dozen cake and something to eat. Okay, so it's your question. Options are single cake, dozen cake, loaf of bread, something to eat. So find out the answer and we will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.